Okay, ladies and gents, we're back here with another build. Now, I was asked to make a Thrax War Pike build. And it's going to be one of my rare half-life builds because honestly, I tried to make a full-life build. I'm ashamed to say, failed. Miserably. And that is because, me being me, I really didn't want to waste even a single cell slot. So, I bit the bullet and made a half-life build, but as promised, it will still slap. Okay, so how this is going to work, there are two versions, all right? One is the version that you're going to use if you can manage your health well enough. The other version is the version you're going to use when you feel like you need more survival. All right, I'm going to give you guys the official version first, and then we'll talk about the alternative, okay? You might hear my parents in the background. Dad just got home from the market. They're Asian, so they talk very loudly. So sorry about that if you do. Anyway, okay, I'll remove my cam for a second. Here we go. All right, so obviously we'll be starting off with the Apocalypse Needle, and I'm only showing it to you guys because I really just wanted to show you guys the Thrax War Pike. I actually really hate how it looks, so I'm going to be swapping back to something cooler looking. Okay, cunning cell, plain and simple. Concussive payload. You may not want Executioner Spearhead. I would still use it, but the way that I would use it is different, okay, to what is expected. Sorry, let me just check if there's any other options. No, yeah, Executioner Spearhead. But unlike with other Pike builds, you do not open with wounding. You actually open with stagger and then wound when they're staggered. Again, you could also use munitions amplifier if you really want to, but then that means that most of your damage is done via the concussive payload. And I do not like that, so I actually still use Executioner Spearhead, even though my official strategy is to knock down first. Stalker Spike is your bond. All right, that comes from the Riftstalker, obviously. And basically, that's it for the weapon. Next, Tragic Echo with Rage and Discipline Cell. All right, you've got your Boreal Resolve with Iceborne Cell. You've got your Time Weave Gauntlets with a Pulse Cell. And you've got your Boreal March with a Pulse Cell. Pangar Shine, Conduit Cell. No Cascade. Well, Iceborne builds don't really rely on Cascade. Only full life builds usually do. Basically, what this will give you is Cunning at +6, Pulse at +6. So every 5th hit is going to be a guaranteed critical. You can still strike critically on for 17.5% chance on the other hits. And your overall damage increase is 45% damage increase on every critical strike. This is huge. Next, your Iceborne. All right, this is your Sustain. You've got your Rage to deal an extra 25% damage. All right. This is always active. You've got a little bit of Conduit just for an extra little bit of attack speed boost. You got a little bit of overpower, so when you stagger the behemoth, you've got your Discipline, and you've got your Wild Frenzy. All right. Now, will this build work? Hell yeah. Will there be any tonics used? Hell no. All right. So I'm going to show you this version first, but oh, sorry, almost forgot. Survival version. If you guys run into trouble and you really, really need to survive, change this to your Sight of Stone. Okay, put in a Toughness cell. All right. And change your Time Weave Gauntlets to Boreal Might. All right. And put in your Discipline cell here. What this will give you is, basically you will replace the Pulse here in the last one. You can choose to replace it with Wild Frenzy for more attack speed, or you can go with something like Predator or Berserker if you feel like it. Usually I would just swap this one to Berserker. Okay, and the alternative version comes with +6 Cunning, +6 Iceborne, +6 Rage, +6 Toughness, +3 Berserker, +3 Conduit, +3 Discipline, and +3 Wild Frenzy. The Toughness will literally give you so much sustain to combine together with the Iceborne, and this build still slaps. It's just it's less slappy than the other build, but in exchange you can survive almost anything. Like I just walked happily into Chronovore at level 18, 19, and even with a half health build, he couldn't really kill me. unless I was stupid and couldn't dodge his big shots, which would kill you anyway, even if you're a full life build. So there's really no escaping that shit. All right, so hopefully that information helps you guys. I'm gonna swap this back around to the damage version. Okay. All right, looks like we're all good. We're ready to go. Now, for those of you that want to see the combat showcase, feel free to do so. All right. As for me, your people's champion, you can like, share, and subscribe right here. If you don't want to see the combat showcase, you can also feel free to drop me a tip via the link in the description of the video. All right, if you guys want to send me your spare change. Also, thank you for watching any ads, because now I'm a YouTube partner, so yay ads. All right, let's get this done. So right off the bat, level 1, we'll do our usual thing. We'll be going to an area roughly 7 levels higher. Okay, so Thunderwatch right there. Again, this build is high on damage, but it's not really high on survival, so you will want to be careful with that. Gotta love my early gang. They are fun people. They are very, very fun people. Yay for my early gang. Okay, so again, with this build, your main focus is to dish out serious amounts of damage. Should you be taking on behemoths 7 levels higher? No. No. Efficient leveling dictates 2 to 3 levels higher is more than enough. Okay? But again, I am pretty sure that the reason why you're doing this is to see the raw power of the build right from level 1. And again, although it is a half-life build, it slaps. So, what just happened? Oh, somebody follow me.
Niki Buiai is now following.
Thank you. You've now been immortalized on YouTube. Hopefully you enjoy my stream as well. All right, let's go. So your first thing is a Drast. Now, again, I said this is going to be different. Why? Because basically, unlike the normal builds that I've done before, you'll be going for stagger first. Please keep that in mind as you fight. Now, as soon as you stagger it down, this is where you want to do your wounding. Okay, enemy wounded. You can do the same to other areas of their body. Usually, I'll do something like that. And then I'll go for another knockdown. This Drask is level 10, but again, all the wounds that you dish out are part and parcel what makes this shit fun. Sometimes you just take a cautious blow. Now you don't have savagery, so you don't have to attack the wounded part, which is something else that I like about this build. Like, you can just do some stupid shit like that and then go completely ham on a piece of their body. And because you're doing it so fast, you're basically getting huge, massive bonuses to increase your damage. And there you go. So level 10 Drast, no problem. Again, this build slaps, it works. But ideally, you only want to be taking on behemoths about 2-3 levels higher than you for efficient leveling in the hunting grounds. So this Pike build has that capability. Even though it's only 500 hit points, it slaps, it slaps. And you can in fact use the same build with any other Thrax weapon. Any other Thrax weapon. I guarantee it. It will work. Okay, so don't think that this only works with Pike. Now, of course, other Thrax weapons have their own strategy to them, but again, this is something that you learn as you go along. Will I still be doing the Thrax Aether Strikers build? Yes. I know you guys want to see it to ensure that it slaps, and yes, I will do it. But in general, you can use this with any other Thrax weapon, and it will work very well. Okay? So for those that watch the video this far, and you see you take a hit, no problem. Go slap stuff. I mean, you should ideally dodge, but you can take a hit or two. 10 levels higher? What the fuck does that matter? Enemy down. Okay, so again, not very many problems with this. It's strong, it slaps, it does the kind of shit that you'd expect it to do. Okay. I'm sure this Flameborn Nasher is probably something that you're here to see. tell you, if I could have, I would have fit in adrenaline. Considering how much stamina you consume with this, adrenaline would have been like actually really good. Now if you die, it's okay. Your tragic echo will arise and do this. Now that was honestly just bad dodging on my part, but I should have taken a potion. I could have, but I wouldn't because I am just that sort of man. And you can use that moment to really slap the shit out of the Nasher. There you go. So again, yeah, you might die in some circumstances where you get comboed. I actually was able to take one hit, but 2 or 3 combos, unfortunately, you cannot survive that. So that is just the facts of the situation. I mean, as much as I'd love to be able to tell you, hey, we can survive, no problem. No, you cannot. Okay, you sometimes got to be understanding of that, because although as much as a build like slaps and does lots of damage, there will be circumstances where you cannot help it. So I might still get some invulnerability from the future pathway, but again, this build is not reliant on Cascade because you've already got your whatchamacallit. You've already got plenty of power coming from your plenty of sustain, sorry, coming from your iceborne, not power. And if you get in trouble, you can actually just shoot them. That's something I should have done with the Nasher as well. But honestly, I'm playing in brain dead mode. So that's how you can do it, basically. And hope you enjoyed that little combat showcase. This build slaps. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. This is the People's Champion, signing out. Oh, and if you feel like it, as always, you can drop a tip via the link in the description of the video. If you want to keep me alive, toss me your spare change. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching any ads. The People's Champion appreciates you. Yay for YouTube partnership. Why is this video not ending? Come on.